Hi there, good friends. Welcome to episode 40 of the Evil Sect. I'm Icon, and today I want to have a look into the new skills we have unlocked during the last episode, because I really feel like we got a whole new array of options here. Also, I want to see if I'm not able to get my other primordial spirits to a certain power level, or well, my other primordial spirit I rather should say, because Nyanyon is still at the point where she's allocating her experiences in the outside world. Let's call it like that. We could also say she's just chilling outside and not participating too much, but that's a matter of perspective. I need more belief, that's one thing, that's for sure, but City of Abundance is the only agency I built up so far that does feature a lot of belief in a regular rhythm. The other agencies, well, they do produce belief, but for somebody like Sean, these are rookie numbers. That's a little bit sad. But we will nevertheless send him around to gather up a few 100k, because I definitely want that. What's it called again? That second artifact, exactly. Meanwhile, how's my Lumina core collection? Oh, we got 11 now. Nice. That's a lot. So autumn is slowly coming, and Nyanyon will... Yeah, let's provoke them. Come on. The Wind Tamer's Travels. So the really interesting thing there is I'm acquiring a lot of manuals this way. Like, they will attack me for that, but little do I care. So let's start storing these. Virtuous Umbra Mantra skill. Target allies. And power artifact by 53%. Neat. We should definitely try and teach that to my lower grade disciples. That could be a pretty powerful thing. Do we have here illustrated treatise on mountains and seas? Okay. Let's equip that to Mr. Yang. We should say Yan, but whatever. Now, let's see. Oh, he needs to go for mind training anyways. So, yes, you read that, please. Now, he's already on mind training, therefore everything is okay. Good. So, Wenfeng needs to be out on a stroll again. I don't like people doodling around and doing nothing. So, what could we send her, or where could we send her to? The Great Desert isn't explored thoroughly yet. That's a job for people like her. Good stuff. Okay. Hooray! 326k. That sounds like such a little amount now. Low amount, sorry. It's a little bit frightening, to say the least. Like the numbers you reach in the later stages of the game, I mean. Now, I want to have a manual storage. I'm tired of looking for my manuals just like that. So how about creating a new room for that? Let's dig ourselves through this. Well, I'll do it like that. I want to put up real walls there. Don't feel like putting up no walls today. Alright, so Sean's back home. We can now study the Self-Sword Tier 3, increasing the maximum number of artifacts by 1. That sounds as OP as it is. I think. I have no clue if they're using both artifacts at once, but if they don't, I would be definitely very, very unhappy about this. So, let's check it out. We will equip yet another water sword, and let's see, 2.9k before. And let's see what's coming after this. If this is just working like I think it does, we're just starting out, you know. Yeah, it does work like I think it does. Oh my god. Like, that's only 2 artifacts. I think the game just gets me started about high numbers here. Nice. Stone engravings of Dragon Cliff. Add Mount Kunlun. Extreme heat. Let's see. Do I have any cultivator? Come on, building menu. Stop bothering with me. So, temperature tolerance is up to 1.1k. So, how about sending my friend here towards Kunlun for a moment? He only will need half a day. Primordial spirit cultivators are a completely different breed. Oh, now they're taking revenge. Okay, we have to cancel our adventure. So, they actually sent a primordial spirit after me now. Now this is our first real fight. And Sean is already, again, out of chi. Why is this guy actually constantly out of chi? Well, I think he's just not absorbing it quickly enough, but let's do this. Alright, question 1. How quick does my doggo get smacked here? Question 2. Does Sean even realize the amount of chi he absorbs? So, good news, the primordial spirit guy is actually taking damage. Bad news, that other cultivator is just trying to do stuff, you know. Attacking the rest of the sect. Let's bind him to the dog. Jeez, why are they not working as I'm used to? Okay, interesting. Nobody told me that these other enemies are starting to attack the rest of my sect. I had no clue. Good to know. And the... Okay, that's a golden core with 3 artifacts, I see. Artifact battle power 12k. So that's the end of my run. Cool. So, yeah, that's the end of the series, actually. Because there's little to no chance that I will be able to ever defend myself against these guys in a realistic period of time. That's just way more than my sect can handle. The only thing I can now try is to reload my autosave and try to avoid provoking enemies like that. I have no clue. But, well, you have to be beaten down at least once to know what you have to prepare for. But the sudden spike of danger here is definitely something I didn't see coming. I mean, there is a chance of these events only happening if I poke the bear. You know, I did actively attack these guys, so possibly I will only receive these as revenge strikes. If not, what I actually strongly assume, well, I've learned a lot during this run, and it's time to repeat that one more time, obviously, if I'm unlucky. But let's see. So the purple cloud people don't like me at all. Okay, so what I learned out of this, we definitely should avoid provoking enemies, and a single golden core can be way stronger than my other people. So let's see, will they attack us again now, or... Yeah, they will take immediate action. So the only thing I could do to avoid these events would be to stop exploring their area. Let's see if that works. I think I will be dead from now on, because they will just attack me one more time with this insane amount of cultivators. Well, I didn't know that this would happen this quickly, but well, not too surprised about that. I kept asking myself when my playstyle will fall back on me in that department. So let's see, if they will send the same amount of attackers again, I will reload one more time and try to avoid that event and see if that will buy me some more time. But considering how happy I've been with my own numbers and seeing what these guys can muster at that point, well, we have to work harder next time, I'd say. A lot harder. But that's cool. I don't mind. So, let's equip these things. Let's see if this is a fixed type of event. So there's the Dragon Cliff thingy, and the enemies are seeking revenge again. So one got 2 artifacts, the other one doesn't. So there's one dangerous cultivator and the other guy's pretty harmless. So let's send the dog after them first. And wait a sec. I want the dog to be bound on the other guy as well. And now let's see if I can pull that off better. Now, this is the guy with the double artifact. So let's see if I even stand a chance now. Alright. So, Chi Burst on the Central Plains. Okay. I know that event from the last run. Okay, so Golden Cores with several artifacts are beatable for me. There we go. That's better. So it seems like it's entirely luck-based if, or how difficult the enemies will be that are sent to us. So what I'll do now with the rest of this run will be, I'll try to maximize my fighting power and try to provoke my enemies as little as possible. And, well, probably we will end lucky here. Most likely we won't, but at least I died trying, you know. Because you know my motto, I do mistakes so you don't have to. Well, although I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty scared now. But at least I learned a lot of things, how to get there faster next time. But seriously, why is he losing chi like crazy? What is he expending it for? Like, he doesn't even... Is it because he has to recharge his artifacts? I guess that's... Yeah. That's what's happening there. His artifacts are empty. So, again? Seriously? It's that frequency. So here goes the triple artifact cultivator again. Maybe we can bind them better this time. Double artifact on this one. So I guess the big mistake I did was to aggravate the purple people too hard towards my sect. I had no clue how aggressive they will go at some point, you know. But that's okay. Yeah, sure. So, who's the person with the 3 artifacts? That's this guy. Okay. Alright, they're still not really scratching my tank. Yo, Sean, I ordered you to fight and not to chill. Thanks. So, he's retreating himself out of the fight because he's out of chi, obviously. He starts to pick up a slow fight, and then he picks up the fight for a moment, and then he's just retreating, which is bad. So 58k, 275k. on a quality 3 golden core with very, very bad law stats. I mean, seriously, how realistic is this character? Protect 18. Oh dear. So, Sean at least now got his artifacts recharged. And let's see. And he's just having fun now again. Well, I definitely noticed that my sect ain't ready for this type of fight. Yeah, Longshan died. There's just... yeah. I guess this is where I have to accept that I'm not strong enough for this kind of content. The only thing I can try now is to send Yan Yun away and not provoke the purple sect eldest more. And let's see if that works. So today's episode is full of loaded games, you see. Well, so let's recall her. I mean, at this point, I think the hate wasn't that hard. Oh, it was actually the same. They're not particularly hating me more or less than before. Okay, well. So that means when I turn a sect into hostile, they just don't stop sending people after me until I'm down. Okay. Well. Let's see how this will work out. Not at all, I know, but I definitely want to try if this action does change anything, and if not, well, we need a new sect then, because I obviously made it impossible to continue this run, because I have no clue how to save myself from all these rotten provocations I did, and to fix that situation here. We'll see, though. Let's see if I can save it. But I sure feel very, very unhappy with the fact that the game was like, harmless, 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 I kill you. That was a very, very odd escalation. Like, there was no point where I was like, okay, now I need to really brawl and prove my people. It was like, and now you're screwed. I don't know. That's not exactly what I like. At least that's what it feels like. I think I can grow and learn out of that, but to some degree, I don't know. Did I just fare that well? Did I just do it that good back then? That I didn't notice the threats before, or what was the matter? I really got a hard time understanding why it was that easy before and why it doesn't work anymore. That's just my problem here at this point. Yeah, now that didn't really change anything, honestly. They just keep coming and coming. So. And since the favor didn't really change at that point, it's actually only a matter of time until I will falter yet again. I mean, sure, I guess at this point I should have been working with formations since a long, long time and whatnot. But with everything being that obscure in the game, I didn't feel like I had any chance whatsoever to understand that before I got smacked like this. But that's okay. That's okay. So let's see if I'm able to survive the rest of this episode now. Not too sure about that, to be quite honest. But looking not bad now. I think the big issue is that you lack, for a very, very long time, comparisons to where should you, how strong should you be. The only comparison I've discovered so far was visiting other sects and inspecting other cultivators to get an idea how strong you should actually be at that point. So the real annoying part about that is I have no clue how I'm supposed to defend my sect without Sean being at home. That's a big issue for me. Because I would actually like to send him around and gather new belief and new inspiration and make him stronger, but at the same time, I am a little bit afraid now to send him away from home, you know. And I think that's quite relatable. So the first thing we will do now is to draw out... Oh, I can't draw out chi out of pedestaled items. Dang. Yeah, well. Sean needs to reload his chi like crazy. And there was this one technique you could use, and I'm pretty sure I can't study it because Sean is out of inspiration. But there was one thing, this breathe thingy, incantation of mind cleansing. So, turns out my anticipations for this episode didn't go as I had anticipated. I wanted to check out primordial spirit skills, and now I'm all like, oh my god, I need to survive spiritual breath chant. Yeah, that's what we want to learn. So, didn't go as intended. And I think that's the big issue here, that I was ill-prepared for these events. So let's send Sean to yet another adventure and hope we won't get overrun during that time. Is there any chance of making them somehow happy? Battle against evil. Okay. They're asking us to actually kill just some guy. I mean, that's exactly what we excel at, so... Sect building. Igneo copper ore, 200. Well, that would only give me plus 100 in the long run, and since we're already at minus 650, let's see, we would need to get onto that mark again, which looks like minus 200, I don't know, minus 250 or something like that. But let's see, maybe that helped. It seems like the hostility factor is directly influencing the power of the enemies sent after you. Well. Although I think I only missed the mark, only that. Let's see. Maybe we can save ourselves somehow. Here. No. Didn't I learn that? Yet again, I assigned something to be learned and then it didn't get there. Is it because of the fact that he left the map? Possibly. Here. Spiritual breath chant. Because seriously, we need more chi. So let's see how good this will work. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for. Because that poor guy just had no good equipment at all so far. So, but turns out without that last provocation, we're not nearly as doomed as before. Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay, good stuff. So now at least I got my chi back, and somehow the amount of attacks has reduced. That brings me to the assumption that it's really connected to the amounts of provocation. So basically whenever I try to explore their land, they immediately try to smack me for that. Okay. We seem to be not as doomed as I thought we would be. But at the same point, well, let's see, can't I search for primordial record? No, we can't. Oh, wow. Arf. I wish that thing could be configured in a way that I would be looking only at the higher tiered skills, because now I have to look through pretty much everything. Spirit splitting. An additional sub-spirit. I have no clue what sub-spirits are, and, well, here, Soul Split in Book of Eastwood. Gains 1 sub-spirit. Okay, we have to learn that at some point. Flying Speed and Adventures. Talisman. That's another talisman here, which is only accessible for... These are only accessible for primordial spirits. Fascinating. So, I want to only check out the manuals for primordials here. Earthbound Chi increases max Chi by 15k. Okay. Hugely extends lifespan. Void Worship. Okay. Annihilation Thrust. Yeah. Well, the biggest issue here seems to me the lack of inspiration here. There's a lot of things I could learn, but at the same time, lifespan increasers. I got so many lifespan increasers. To what end? Ancient Barrier. Increases effectiveness of Chi Shield. Oh my god, it's so much stuff. Why can't we just look at the things that are new? I really wonder about that. I'm not gonna lie. ACS feels to me like it needs so much optimization and quality of life things in the future. I hope the developers do that. Decreases spell casting cooldown. Okay, that's nothing we need. Spell Fire. I guess these are for other people here. So stat increases. Life Force Genesis. Primordial Soul Gem. Illuminate. Target building through. What? I have no clue what illuminating a building actually does mean. I can't imagine that we're talking about light, because light would be not primordial spirit stuff. I guess it's making... It's breathing sentience into a building. That sounds really weird, but... Oh well. Weird is just the name of the game. True Form, Tier 1. True Supreme Form, Tier 1. So... yeah, we will need a ton of inspiration for all this to just get something done. And, well, at least City of Abundance is refilling rather quickly. That's good news. So, speaking about good news, I want to... let's see. Yanyong really needs to reach that next level as fast as possible. That would be amping up his fighting power back to a level where it's actually useful keeping that guy around. Right now, I feel like it's absolutely of no use studying any things apart from knowing that there are lots of ways of increasing my artifact power by just gaining horrendous amounts of inspiration. That's what it sums down. I've seen tons of things I would like to teach Sean at this point, which would just power up his fighting skills like crazily. But at the same time, I have no clue if we will survive that. But at least that's one thing. I mean, I was muttering a lot today, but at least there's some sort of challenge, you know. So the primordial spirit was naturally divided. So I really have no clue how that whole primordial spirit system is supposed to work. And as usual, the game didn't give me too many explanations about it either. Amazing Confusion Simulator at its best. Anyways, friends, I'd say I'm happy we survived today's tribulations. Sorry for all that save and load shenanigans, but I didn't want to give up just like that, because I want to study this situation as much as possible. Either we will learn to adapt and adjust, and I will play this, of course, longer, but if the events start to repeat like that more often, I have no clue how to survive that in the longer time frame. But at the same time, we will see where we get with that. I'll try my best. Of course, friends, feel free to drop me comments down below. I'm sure you have a few useful things to say to me. And of course, as usual, leave a like or a subscribe if you wanna. I'd be very, very happy if you did so. And until then, have a good time. See ya.